Uh-oh, Brittany. Brittany's back at it again. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. Let's see what is going on, honey. I know I can go to the Bravo Shade Room.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
The Bravo Shade Room. Okay, let's go because we want to talk about Karen was found guilty. Karen Huger was found guilty and now faces 2 years in prison. I need to see where is it on the Bravo Shade Room? You know, that's what we came here to talk about, child. Here it is. Girl. So if you don't know, Karen Huger, I call her Karen Farm Girl Huger. She got arrested for DUI and took it to trial and was found not guilty, right? So we already know. I mean, found guilty. She was found guilty. So now the body cam footage, you know, it's public record. Body cam footage is out and it's very interesting. It says evidence from Karen Huger trial is coming in. Police dash cam video shows Karen refers to herself as the Grand Dame and says Andy Cohen did that. She is driven to lockup for DUI. So let's see.
What's your name? I'm Karen. They call me the Grand Dame.
They call me the Grand Dame. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
I don't give a fuck. You want that black people? I'm not asking you. You want that black people? Karen, I'm not asking you. No, I'm really rich. And I will stay in jail for a year or two. Because you just want like what? Poor white, black, green people. You want that black people? It has nothing to do with any of that. Yeah, it does. It has everything. So what's your point? It has zero to do with that. I don't get to make I'm sorry. This happens. All right, it's not you. I'm sorry. Make sure you're just gonna read. I am Thomas Jefferson's concubine. The computer's gonna kill you reading that for me? No.
I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine? Girl, we need to unpack that. Girl, what the fuck? That shit is crazy as hell. Did y'all hear that? I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
No, what you need to do is tell me what all I need you to do is listen. That's like what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Could you not just concubine? The computer's gonna kill you. Okay. I'm here.
I would rather.
I don't like it.
Okay. I'd rather her not do a lot of talking at this point anyhow, because she's probably a little bit upset after that thing. So she's.
I'm shook.
Where are you coming from tonight?
Ma'am, said she was coming from a friend's house. Okay. Which way were you driving on that?
Okay. You see that car?
Were you coming from Bradley? Yeah.
I'll take a look.
Yes. You come from Bradley? Oh, wait. So you see it? Yes. Bradley or from Bradley? Do you remember the accident? If let me ask you. He's okay. He's still fine. Karen, looking for your license, baby. How much are you drinking?
I'll give you my license if you want.
What they gonna do with your license? You weren't driving?
That's my question.
That car is effed up.
He's right. Bowles is right on the acre, so it's probably on there. If not, just have it.
They're trying to find her license.
I think Bowles does.
Somebody have a license?
I think so.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think Bowles. One of my.
All right, I'll check.
Can you answer everything for me?
Okay.
No, that works too. Karen, how much I did? Okay, can I talk with? Yeah. I can't talk to your husband. He's not really involved.
Right.
In this
We're not doing this.
He can help me.
That's
translate
weird.
Or get you to cooperate. Okay. Okay. Yes, you're okay. How much y'all drink tonight? How much? Are you good?
I'm good. I'm just saying, they're assuming that you've had more than you should have. And I'm assuming that you had like a couple of beers or something.
Yes,
like that.
that's all I had.
But
You had a couple of beers. Listen, that's right. Here. Okay. I want to sign this form saying you refuse to submit to an alcohol concentration test. Tell me what that means. That you're not going to provide a sample of your breath. And then how long do I have to stay? Stay? We're probably talking about another 25, 30 minutes. Okay. I don't. Sign that. Here. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
How can you get somebody drunk to sign something? Is that can you do that? Can you get somebody to sign something when they're drunk? Is that binding?
Brought a sample of your breath. And then how long do I have? You want to sign this form saying you refuse to submit to an alcohol concentration test? Tell me what that means. That you're not going to provide a sample of your breath. And then how long do I have to stay? Stay? We're probably talking about another 25, 30 minutes. Okay. I don't. Sign that. Here. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm going to sign this form saying you refuse.
That car and that tree, when I tell you, Karen really could have she could have killed herself. I know we laughing because it's like the ridiculousness of it all, and you thinking, you're the grand dame, and you thinking that you can get out of some shit. Girl, this car is fucked up. You could have killed yourself. That's on some real shit. You could have killed yourself and somebody else. Look at how you spun out. Karen, they're probably going to, as a punishment, give her make her take some classes or something. Because this is when you look at this car, it's a mess. She knocked down a sign, a no parking sign. Oh, she was drinking Stella's, not Stella Rosa. Oh, oh, she was drinking beer. She was drinking beer. It's a beer bottle in the back. Oh my God. This whole time I thought it was Stella Rosa, not Stella Artois. The beer in the green bottle. That's what she was drinking, girl. This whole time I thought it was Stella Rosa. This is embarrassing. Why in the world did Karen choose to take this to trial knowing she was wasted like this? Ego, her ego. You thinking that you're somebody that can get out of stuff like that? That's crazy. After seeing that car, I'm sure the people on the jury were like, what? I can't believe she really thought, bring this to trial. I might have to watch a reunion because I might have to see the reunion, a Potomac reunion. I'll see the clips. Somebody said, my heart is broken for her. You can clearly see that she's carrying a lot and it shows. And for this to be posted everywhere now, for her to see over and over and people to judge, is going to harm her so much more. This is the second time she's done it. She'll be all right. That wig was at the back, honey. That wig was right here. It was back here. Ray is tired. She said everything would come to the light, and it's here. God damn it, Karen. You done made Ray get out of the bed to come deal with this foolishness. His nerves are bad. His hands are shaking. And now he's out here lying to the cops, talking about you only had a couple of beers. And then there's a picture of the empty beer bottle in your car. She's obviously going through something, and I pray she sees it successfully. No, she didn't even want to take accountability. But they made you accountable, and now you about to be held responsible. So when you see that car, girl, you was swaying just like that. You almost took a tree down. You could have killed yourself, lady, like on some real shit. You better admit that you have a problem. You talking about impairment. When that man said, when the cop said, move away from the car because it's on fire, I said, girl, what if you would have hit that tree and the car blew up? Like on some real shit. The car caught on fire? What the fuck? Karen, you should have stayed wherever you were. You should have called Ray and told him to send you an Uber, lock your car. You don't live in a bad neighborhood. Lock your car and then go get your car the next day. Tell Ray to take you to get your car the next day. That is just so irresponsible for a grown ass, old ass woman. To me tells me that there's an issue. You are misusing alcohol to the point where you really think that you can drive. Look what you did. I wonder how long the jury was in there. Like, girl, send this lady. You guilty, lady. I'm the grand dame. Andy Cohen calls me that. I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Oh, girl. She told the man he was poor and white, and you just want to do this for what are the blacks gonna think about? What are the blacks gonna think about this? What did she say? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. You're poor and white.
Just let that chip go. I wouldn't do it. I will rise up. I am who I am. So we want to ask you. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not asking you. You want that black people? Karen, I'm not asking you. I'm really rich. And I will stay in jail for a year.
I'm really rich. Girl, so I don't know what's gonna happen. What y'all think? I don't think they'll make her do any jail time. I think they're gonna make her do like you need to get your shit together, lady. You too old to be acting like this. You're gonna have to take some classes or something. We're gonna have to put you in some kind of classes or something because this is unacceptable. Let's read some of the comments. Wait, let me see if there's any more. Karen Huger found guilty.
Accusations of drunk driving.
Potomac cast member Karen Huger is in court facing 8 charges. We first reported on her case in March when authorities say Huger crashed her Maserati in Potomac.
And Fox 5's Lily Zhang is in Rockville tonight with an update on the trial.
Since March, defense attorneys for Karen Huger have tried to get her case dismissed. Today, at least 2 officers testified, putting in their own words what was previously described in court documents as, quote, uncooperative behavior from Huger the night she was arrested. The incident in question happened on March 19th, just before midnight. Authorities say Karen Huger crashed her 2017 Maserati by Oakland Drive in Potomac. She faces a total of 8 charges, including driving while impaired by alcohol. In court today, we heard from a witness who said the car smelled like alcohol that night. We also heard from a volunteer EMT who responded. She says Huger refused to be treated.
A Real Housewives star.
Another officer on the stand described her as dismissive when asked for her license and registration. This summer, Huger's attorneys tried to get the case dismissed. In this filing, they claimed evidence collected in this case was a result of an illegal search and seizure, adding she was never read her Miranda rights. Prosecutors, however, said some of her statements were made while medics were trying to treat her. A defense attorney not affiliated with this case says typically in Maryland, a DUI carries up to 12 months in prison. For DWIs, it's a max of 60 days.
I'll tell you, it's unlikely that anybody would see the inside of a jail cell as a first offender with a conviction on either of those types of offenses, unless there were aggravating circumstances or aggravating factors like a bad accident and injury associated with that accident.
Now, that same attorney you just heard from says body camera videos can be critical in a case like this. Some videos were played today in court for this jury. This trial is expected to last 2 days. Another officer.
Clankety clank. Well, that's it for Karen. I don't know what else to say. Girl, it's a lot. Somebody need to unpack that I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine. That's deep as hell to say some shit like that. So I need to know why she said. I want to know what that means. See, if I was at the reunion, I would be like, what does I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine mean? Girl, what does that mean? Ooh. We need to unpack that. My heart is broken, girl. Mend it. Her heart ain't broken. The way these comments would look different if that was Giselle, Ashley, or Robin. She should have pleaded guilty. All this wouldn't be in the media. Now please get help, Karen. Baby, that wig was having a throwback moment. But seriously, I'm glad she's okay and no one was hurt. But at her big age, girl, Raven's supposed to be making them mistakes, if anybody. And she's definitely cheating. The way she jumped when she realized Ray was going through her purse. Girl, I bet her attorney told her to take the plea, but her big ego wouldn't allow it. Those jurors don't care about no grand dame nonsense. The officer said, no, he doesn't need to answer questions unless he's going to translate or get you to answer. Girl. She should have let Blue Eyes drive that night, but everyone wanted to tease Ashley about her forehead. What the fuck does that have anything to do with it? That forehead is still big. This is really sad. I hate to see Karen like this. She needs help because she can't seem to stop drinking on her own. I'm wondering if it's more than alcohol at that extreme extent. Why did her attorneys allow her to fight this? Because she paid them to. Girl, you gonna pay me to do this? Okay, girl. I already know what it's gonna be. But if you want to pay me to fight it for you, I'll do whatever I can to fight it for you. I can't imagine her lawyer telling her, like, encouraging her to fight this. Because I feel like, wouldn't you have looked at the evidence? Or are you just going on her word? You see the evidence and you see how she's talking to them. You see that she's completely inebriated, like completely. How did they end up getting in the car? I need to see all the body cam footage. God damn it, Karen. You done made Ray get out of his bed. Why don't people follow the first line of the Miranda rights? It's always best to remain silent. She was saying she was never read her Miranda rights. These videos don't show a woman grieving her late parents. It shows a heavily intoxicated person hoping she finally admits she has an issue and she can get some help. This is worse than Shannon Bedore. We didn't get to see Shannon Bedore's videos. What's his name has the video of Shannon Bedore after she crashed into somebody's house. So I don't know, Karen. You know, I feel like you're too old to not be taking accountability or even wanting to talk about it, right?
Take the handcuffs off. We gotta go inside.
Everyone's gonna hate you, by the way. Do you know who I am?
I don't. You've told me your name is Karen.
No.
Let me help you up.
No, I did not. Oh God.
That's what
I'm lit.
Yes, you are lit.
Can you?
That's why you're here.
No, not really, darling.
It is. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I don't want you to fall like you just.
Girl, I don't even want to hear this. Sweet Tea says Dr. Heavenly convinced her to join the show because allegedly Quad was going through some struggles. Quad doesn't have anything to fall back on. She doesn't have a job. She's not able to sustain her lifestyle and also pay for her house. Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
Of the show. She was really just trying to get me on. I met her and Jackie at the golf tournament one year. And I wasn't quite ready yet to be on that show. I was living in DC and all of that. But when I did come into Heavenly's office, she was like, look at it like being, helping out another Black woman. And I'm all about empowering Black women. And so at the time, I think that, I don't know, maybe Quad was going through some struggles. And she was like, Quad doesn't have anything. She doesn't have anything to fall back on. She doesn't have a job. Whatever she's doing she's not able to sustain her lifestyle and also pay for her house. And so what I was like, she made me look at it that way because
like a business deal to help out another fellow sister.
Yes, indeed. And so that's not really the reason why I did it.
You came on the show to help Quad out.
Girl, stop.
Girl, Quad's about to wear you out. Woo-wee! Quad, please don't act like you can't respond or you too above it. Because, girl, what the fuck? Do you really just said that? With a straight face? Well, not straight. It's a little lean crooked to the side. But you said it.
But that was a thought.
But you also still knew that that was his ex. So I'm helping out his ex. Oh, Lord, that's a lot. Yeah. Does Quad know that she was saying this to you?
I think she does know. I mean, there's receipts out there, screenshots of Heavenly replying in her comments because she did invite me onto her show, and replying in comments saying that she was helping Quad the most. She was helping Quad the most out of everybody. She said, I'm helping both of them. But Quad.
So the whole goal to get you on the show was to get Quad a check.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. She was trying to, get me into to look at it, at a different perspective. Like, this can really put you on the map, all that kind of stuff. She didn't know me, but it was for Quad. Heavenly wanted me to.
Sweet Tea, you stated on national TV that you watched Married to Medicine. You slid into Dr. G's DMs. You also stated that you and your best friend, who made an appearance on the show as well, joined old people's Facebook group for dating old men. You further stated that while you were in Dr. G's DMs, that you told him that you can give him what he wants with a baby emoji. You further stated that and told Dr. Jackie when she was asked at the Bachelorette party things about Greg that you said, you can have access to the money. You moved into Quad's old house with her ex-husband. Please get off that couch lying. This is the life you asked for, and these are the results. In the words of our queen, Nene Leakes, you can't win when you play dirty, honey. Please hush. That does not sound smart. That does not sound smart. That you joined the show. You're like literally sitting there with a straight face saying that you joined the show to help Quad out because Quad doesn't have. Quad can't sustain this, and Quad, please don't be the bigger person, girl. Taurus, please don't. Girl, we already know what it is. I can give you what you want. We already know what it is. I can't believe that she said that. They're gonna get her. Ooh, they gonna get you, girl. But this is what you want. Sweet Tea speaks on Quad hugging Dr. Gregory at the Med Gala last season and reaching out to him for a doctor's signature to get tinted windows to be his friend. All doctors, you called him. You looking for him? He's not looking for you. But did he help her out?
So, well, she had a man at that time.
I really hope that Quad doesn't.
At that point when you were filming, at the reunion, she had a man.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, that's what she's saying, but
was she so in love with her man to want to be at the Met Gala last season to want to hug your husband's neck?
That was another thing that was so fake.
Why are they interviewing her? And why is the topic Quad? That's crazy as hell. You really talking about Quad and what did Quad do to you now? What did Quad do to you? Wait. And it's just, that's what it is. It's so weird because what did Quad do to this lady? So why are you sitting on a couch talking about me the way that you're talking about me, girl? I didn't do nothing to you. It's just the classic, you got a problem with somebody's ex-wife. Girl, you're weird. That shit is weird. What do you have a problem with Quad for? I hope she drags her. Anyway, so that's up for Bravo. This is the Bravo Shade Room. Come and talk about Bravo stuff. Marlo responds back to a fan asking her, why do Black women wear so much fake hair? She says, because we don't have a lot of hair. What? I'm not about to listen to that. That's so silly. Okay, so let's see what's going on the Jasmine brand. Rashida and Kirk Frost celebrate 25 years together. 25 years a clown. I'm sorry. Chad Ochocinco tries to flirt with ex-fiance Sherelle Rosado and gets shut down on the timeline. Oh, she posted a picture of herself a little video, and he retweeted it and said, "Where are you going?" And she said, "Not to you." I know that's right. Poor Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco wanted me. Child, when you done, you don't respond. Women are no longer staying in relationships that are not healthy. They are realizing they are the prize, and you don't have to settle and remain somewhere that underappreciates and undervalues you. They're trolling while laying together. Nothing to see here. I disagree with the "she responded, so she still has a chance" comments. They have a child together, so blocking him would not be ideal. I've broken up with someone who cheated before. I didn't block him, and we maintained a platonic friendship. I held my ground despite his numerous efforts to come back. I wasn't mad, and I liked him as a person. I just wasn't going to continue an intimate relationship with him. All humans are flawed, and everyone deserves a little grace sometimes, depending on the severity of the offense. She replied, "He has a chance." Nah, she's done. She replied, "They definitely are working it out." That's so weird. No response would have hit harder. They're going to learn to stop letting these husbands embarrass them. She didn't block him. My boy still has a chance. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant says some black men hate black women due to mommy issues and often use white women as a weapon. Didn't we just talk about this the other day? How nobody really fucking cares at the end of the day. Nobody cares.
Of an unpopular opinion, I don't care. Y'all know that. There is a big group of black men who really don't like black women. And we need to really address that and talk about it. They have a hate for black women because they have deep-rooted mommy issues. And every time they look at a black woman, they see the pain and the discord and the dismantling and the issues that they have with their mother. And they already have this dislike. So when they get into a relationship with a black woman, there's disdain. When they get into a relationship with a white woman, then there tends to be this really tee up of, look at her. But it's not even so much that they're liking on this white woman. They're trying to use this white woman as a weapon towards the black woman that they truly hate. So it looks as though, because when you see a black man with a white woman, it's almost rarely that he's not looking over at a sister when a sister walks by him. And I'm not saying he's not happy with that white woman, but what I am saying is that there's a group of black men.
He's looking at her because he wants her to see him, because I think it's smaller and smaller. There's women who care, right? So there's women who care. Didn't we just talk about this? But the majority of women do not care, because who cares? Like, who cares?
Really have to address the underlying issue of, why do y'all hate, not even dislike, disdain black women? That is a psychological issue. That is a mental health illness, seriously. And that is a direct reflection of self-hate. And so because of that, you can't grow. And let me say this, for y'all who got a problem with us, and for y'all who seem to hate us, we don't want you anyway. So please stay way over there, wherever they are. They can be white, Latina, Catina, Asian, yellow, or green. We don't want you if you hate us.
All right, let's listen to the comments. 85% of black men are married to black women. You mean 85% of the 29% who get married. That's what you're saying. 100% spot on. And instead of addressing those issues either in therapy or with their moms, they start a podcast. Let's talk, y'all. Let's openly address the issue. I'm listening. Oh, she's in the comments. Here comes all the hit dogs. Do black men ever blame their father or lack thereof? Single mothers do everything for their children, and I've seen it. Same can be said for black women. Oh, this is Paradise. She's always on the other side of things. They try to use white women as a weapon, but those white women always get their lick back. A black man with a white woman will stare me down like, "Sir, what are you looking at me for?" They're not looking at you because they desire you. They're looking at you because they want you to have a response to what they believe is that you're mad that I'm with this non-black woman. So I want to see that. I would be, if I was a non-black woman with a black man, and it's noticeable. Don't act stupid, because it's noticeable. It's so like direct, and it's like they're staring at you in order for you to, because they have internalized, I want to create a triangulation just in this moment, real quick. I want her to look at me and I want her to be upset that I'm with this woman. No, nobody cares. Stop looking over here. Don't nobody care. What y'all need to do is start looking at the woman and saying, good luck. Shout out to Jamie. That's me. That's what y'all need to be saying to the girls. Oh, you got you one. Good luck. Watch. They'll be in the comments too. They love them snowflakes until they turn on them. They'll turn on you. It's not even it's a disdain for women because that's how they're socialized. What's the worst thing that you can be? A girl. What's the worst thing you could act like? A girl. What's the worst thing? So it's not even a hatred for black women per se, but that's on top of that. But then y'all be falling in line whenever they want to, use their blackness for something. They'll be like, oh, and then y'all be like, oh, I need to save him. Girl, it's a mess. I wish that people would not really, like, who cares? Half of y'all in relationships, practicing relationships, should not even be in relationships. That's what's the crazy part of all of this, is that the consistent discussions about being in relationship with each other, and you see the results. How many times do you expect a person to keep doing something over and over again? Like, how many times are you expecting people to participate in a system that every time they participate, they end up with the short end of the stick? How many times are you going to do that? How many times are you going to try and do this knowing that this is not my thing? I'm not really enjoying the time. I like myself better when I'm not with, like, all of that. There was a thread going on Twitter talking about when you have a boyfriend and when you don't. And the girls were posting the pictures when they had a boyfriend, how crazy, how they looked unhappy. They looked unhappy. They looked drained. And then you see the picture of them without a boyfriend. Plush, lush, full of life, hydrated. And it's a trip. So, and the crazy part is, it's not just BLACK, man. There are women going through it it's just the way society has taught them to relate to you. And it's very harmful for a lot of women, and you keep doing it over and over and over again, trying to find someone who isn't going to show up the way the last person showed up, forgetting that, oh, they all came out of that same factory of patriarchy. They're all operating like this. You even get the ones where you're like, oh, they seem to be kind of balanced in their what's going on with their ideas. They don't seem to be, then the misogyny comes in. Then you get a little tinge of homophobia. And it's just like, girl, don't nobody want to be around none of that shit. And the emotional intelligence is so low. But because you have so many people willing to do it over and over and over again, these people get chances over and over and over again. And a lot of people, men and women alike, should not be practicing being in romantic, intimate partnerships. But all of those things, is like, I don't know. That's just how I feel about the situation. It's a disdain for women. And then on the race front, it's a disdain for their so-called Black identity. Right? But the thing is, who cares what they're doing? As long as they are away from you, arm's distance, long handle spoon, as long as you are not in proximity to any of that, who cares? You already know what it gives. Who cares? You know they don't. Stop trying to, if you know they don't like you, they don't like your kind. There's no reason for you to be in their face trying to figure out why they don't like you without addressing this male hierarchy point of view, this this idea where the man is the center of everything. So, like I said, some of the things I can't agree with this lady, the way she comes out, everything I could just even her asking, why do you you already know why. It's patriarchy and it's misogyny. That's it. That's why they hate you. That's why they hate you. And every time I see these women and men in the comments and the men, the way that they're speaking of the women, all I say to the man is like, and it's crazy the way that you're speaking about women and you actually want to partner with women. You actually want women to be close enough to you that you can stick your dick in them and be intimate with them. But listen to the way that you speak about women. Listen to the way that you speak about women, and yet you want to be in relationship with a woman. That's sick. If you hear the way somebody speaks of men and women and you're like, oh, she doesn't, clearly does not desire to be in a relationship with a man. Listen to the way she speaks about men. There's no way. But y'all be saying the craziest shit and still expect somebody to be close enough to you so that you can have an intimate partnership with. That's the crazy part of it. The crazy part of it is that women have these deep-seated views about men, and still some of these women desire to be with men. That don't go. It don't go. It doesn't go. And then not even coming to the acceptance that I don't even like the way they show up. Why am I trying to be in relationship with them, in close proximity to them? I don't even like the way they show up. I can't be around them for too long. I be sounding crazy as hell, talking dumb, saying dumb stuff. But you still desire to be in proximity, close proximity, even though there are statistics that show that the closer a man is to a woman, the more of a danger he is to her. You still desire to be in a, you still gonna take that, like that's a risk. That's why I said some people just have to go through it. You can sit down here and listen to the people talk and share their stories and listen to the advice, and maybe some, like it's just some people just have to go through it in order to say, you know what, I actually don't want to participate in this. I'm good. I'm actually really good, and I'm doing well, and I don't need that. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm 2 minutes past the time. Take care of each other, girl. If anybody is out looking at you, trying to make sure you looking at them because they think you won't get mad, don't even, girl, look at the girl. I always do. And she has some insecurities too, because you cannot be with a person and listen to the way they talk about women that they come out of, and listen to the disparaging way. You should hear there are women who are coming into that awareness, like, if you're degrading your own people and you're over here with me, I don't want to be with you if you're degrading Black women. That doesn't even make sense. Why would I want to be with you? Why would I want to partner with you? Why would you want to partner with a man, any man, even if he's an Indian man, and he comes and he says, I can't stand Indian women because that's why I'm over here with you? Girl, no, that's not a compliment. That's not a compliment for a man to degrade other women and then tell you that's the reason why he's over here with you. Girl, what? So you only over here because these women don't allow you to play in their face? So you over here, what, you think you gonna play in mine? The girls are getting hip. If you listen to the TikTok, they're getting hip. They're saying, girl, if I hear you disparaging the women that you came from, I don't want to be close to you. You're weird, bro. That's weird as fuck. But those pick-me's, their brains are like caved in the middle. And so they think that that's something to be proud of. Ooh, girl, I'm in competition. I'm better than you and da-da-da. Girl, get out of here. Those are the ones that they are talking about. The other women, that the girl, don't nobody care. And that's what it is. But they're hoping you're one of the few that care. Don't be looking at them. people in the comments, I'm not the only one who's experienced it. A lot of women experience it. So it's not that's they're staring, they literally stare at you to see if you're gonna look their way. Yes, it's weird. It's weird as hell. And if I was a woman with a man and he was disparaging the women that he came from, I would not want to be with that man. If you're a non-black woman out there with a black man and he disparages black women, you hear him saying negative things about black women, that's not it. That is not it. That's not somebody you want to be with. Because why is he with you? Just, I'm just saying, something to think about. Anyways, I gotta go. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.